Good morning and welcome to Girlfriend Minute. I am Shar.
And I'm Pascal.
How are you this early morning?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm here. I'm
Yes,
okay.
it is almost 2 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, it is. It
Yeah,
is. Had a late start and then we chat because we hadn't chatted and we're catching up on life.
we do. Yes, absolutely.
Yes, and here we are.
Yeah, here we are, ready for another episode.
Ready for another episode. Yes,
Yes,
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. How
yeah.
was your week?
This week was a trying week, but it's almost finally over. Other than that, I mean, overall, it was okay. It
Yeah.
was an okay week. I got through it and, give and take some people's annoyingness and some customers. Actually, this time it's not even the employees, but we got through it, so that's
Yeah.
all that matters. Yeah,
I hear you. I
yeah.
hear you.
How about you? How was your week?
Uh, it's sad. It's hard. It's different. We
Yeah.
lost Mark in GI. I didn't lose him. He moved on. Of course, we have
Mhm.
no choice but to move on, but he's moving on early because he got a job offer at a
Sure.
different GI facility not too far away. And then our CAT scan tech um, got a job at a imaging facility called Simon Med.
Okay.
And they've actually been very kind. They have reached out to the imaging manager at the clinic and said, have people send resumes and we will try to find homes for as many of your employees as possible in the imaging
Mm.
department, which
Okay.
included my position.
Oh, wow.
So I did. We didn't get to this part. So I did send her my resume, emailed it like they said. They gave me the email address and I emailed it.
Mhm.
And so this has been really hard, especially for my one coworker, Megan. She keeps saying, wherever you go, I go.
Yeah.
And I don't really want to go. There's other things I want to do.
Mhm.
And she went away on vacation when all this was happening. She was already gone at her dad's. And so when she got back, the first text to me is, you've been applying for jobs, haven't you, since I've been gone? I'm like, so I went over and I told her the
Oh.
situation that Thursday night. Jennifer had come to me with an email and said, send your resume here and stuff. And it
Mhm.
took me a few days, and it was 4th of July weekend. And then she finally responded. I said, so now that you're back, send her your email.
Yeah.
So Megan did interview with them Thursday morning, and I did interview with them Thursday afternoon.
Okay.
Um, I think she's would be a great boss. I felt very comfortable there.
Okay.
Um, she was very easy to talk to. She got emotional about what was happening to us. And she's like, in facilities like that, you truly become a family.
Of course.
And I said, yeah, we celebrate birthdays, we celebrate holidays together, we do potlucks, everyone brings something, we have stockings for everyone, they all match, and we secretly put stuff in people's stockings that we know they would like or appreciate. And it just, we have a tree put up and decorated, someone comes in and does that for us. And it just, it's you hurt the
It's just
patients, but you hurt the family. You're
It is.
breaking up
It's
the
your second
family.
family. Yeah.
I spend more time with those people every week than anyone else in my family.
Yeah, you do.
And I'm very grateful for that.
Yes. No, you do.
And
You sure
you
do.
do. And, we laugh together and we cry together and, we snark at one another occasionally
Mm-hmm.
and then we hug and we apologize and
Mm-hmm.
and so she was very kind. And of course, anytime you switch a job, you most likely take a little bit of a pay cut. She said she would try to get me close to what I make.
Okay.
She says she wants me and Megan both.
Oh, good.
She's interviewing our x-ray tech. She took our CAT scan tech, so our CAT scan tech starts there Monday.
Mm-hmm.
um Not only do I not want to go, and I'm just kind of burned out in medical, and I'm at the top of where I'm at, it's not going to
Yeah.
lead me to where I want to be. And I haven't had the heart to tell my coworker that. Like, I'm gonna try
Oh,
to go do something
yeah.
different because she's my boss at the clinic currently was like, she's depending on you. I said, you know,
I
uh,
know that's tough. That's
it
tough
is a
when
little
somebody's
tough.
looking at you, yeah, to
Yeah,
kind of
Because I also
follow
told
and
her, yeah, to follow. And I also told her
yeah.
I'd get her hired at Baycare. And she's like, well, you're going. We're going together. I'm like, okay. I don't, I'm trying to be
Okay,
delicate.
sure, sure.
I'm trying to be delicate and I don't want to, show my hand either. And, um,
Well,
it's,
eventually people are going to have to part ways regardless
some
of
of us
what
are
it
going to
is.
have to
So,
part ways. I know, like,
yeah,
where Mark went, the nurse practitioner was interviewing right after him for there.
yeah,
So
yeah,
there's going to be, their GI. So there's certain gastro facilities in the area that are close to their homes that they can go to. So
sure.
without that have 9 to 5 hours, there's not going to be
Yeah,
a huge amount of them. It's not a hospital. It's a different type. So there's going to be some people that are staying together.
yeah,
On
yeah.
another front, some of our doctors, this isn't another one too, have gotten together and they're going to rent space in our building. That is
Okay,
their goal. And they're working it out. And one of the doctors, he said, you need to give me a few more weeks and I'll have the final details hammered out. But there's like 3 doctors and 2 nurse practitioners. And
okay.
so then he went to one of his desk girls and says, I need you to give me some names of some people that would want to come here. So she came downstairs and asked me, and I gave her and emailed her mine and Megan's name and phone number. Because
Mm,
ideally, we'd still be in the same building and kind of feel like home. It would become very different feeling, though,
of
because
course,
the
yeah.
rest of the
There'd be a
family's
lot of
missing
missing. Yeah,
parts and pieces. But
yeah.
so there are a few options and a few things that could possibly work out. And another thing, that imaging department company has reached out to our manager. They want to lease our imaging area and grow.
Oh, okay.
And so this past Tuesday on the download, they did a walkthrough without upper people knowing and just were quiet about it. And the imaging manager just took them through quietly and they were very
Sure.
quiet and discreet. And I mean, even though there's like 5 or 6 of them, they still,
Yeah.
upstairs isn't there half the time anyways. So,
Yeah.
um, so uh, at my interview, I was kind of hinting. I said, you guys should come in and save us. And she's, you never know. I was trying.
There you go. Yes, you never know. Oh, that's cute.
So there's a few things going on. Some things that might pan out even in the temporary interim of transitioning for myself.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
um, I will not leave before August 30th for what I signed my severance package for, because I will not be going to work for Guidewell at one of their other facilities. I will not be going to work for Florida Blue, which Guidewell owns Florida Blue. And I
Mm,
sure in hell will not go work for Sanitas,
no.
because this is why this is happening. So if I leave before August 30th, I will not get my month's severance and I'll get my PTO, which I have about, after my vacation, 2 weeks, a little more than 2 weeks accumulated. So I'll be getting 6 weeks paid
Oh,
after
good.
we close. So
So you have some time.
I have some time, but I don't necessarily want to wait. I got things to
No.
do.
Yeah.
I've started a few of the processes. I've actually started 3 of the processes towards my bigger goals. Yeah, so there's things going on, and it just, I felt nauseous going to the interview because it makes it more real.
Yes, I bet. I
Like
bet.
I didn't feel good all morning
Yeah.
knowing that was at 2:30.
Yeah.
I just was like,
You just didn't want to go. You didn't
I
even
didn't
want to
want
apply
to,
yourself. Yeah.
no.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, I've been in your position once before, and I understand how you feel. It's a very tough thing when you get separated from the people that, that you like to be around, and they
Yeah,
make your day happier, and
they
and
do.
you enjoy working with them.
You
It's very
know,
difficult.
it's very difficult that you work so well together. Like,
Mhm.
some people run to the supervisors for every little thing, and our
Yeah.
supervisors don't hear from us because we manage it all ourselves. All the techs,
Yeah.
all of us, we have each other's back. We help one another. They come to all of us as individuals. Can you help me with this? Can you fix this? Can you help me with that? What would
Yeah,
you do
you work
here?
like
Blah
a
blah.
team.
We work like a team. We don't require our hands held. We don't require supervision. I don't like too many hands in the pot, and we take care of one another. So that's hard to come by and find,
It is.
and I just dread all of that.
Yeah, I know.
And when you get in a bigger
Well,
facility, you get lost.
you
You're
do.
you're
Absolutely, you get
you're
lost.
nobody,
No, you're a
so
number maybe or a
yeah.
file.
I just, it's just,
Well,
ugh,
think of
it's
it
just
as
ick.
it is ick. Yeah. Think of it as just it being temporary to your bigger goals. And, you have to do what you got to do right now until you get to where you want to be. That's all.
Yeah.
So,
So,
yeah.
and then a positive note, my nephew comes in town this weekend, then we're going scalloping on Friday.
Ooh, that's
This will be
exciting.
my third year taking him scalloping. He absolutely loves it. So he messages ahead a few months. He's like, "This day
Okay.
for scalloping?" I'm like, "Yes, this day for scalloping. That's fine." He's like, "Okay, good. It's
Aw.
on the calendar."
Where is he coming from?
Pennsylvania.
Get out. What area?
Good question.
Yeah. Well, no wonder he wants to go this day and that day. He's planning it all out. He's ready
Well,
to go.
he's a Floridian. He was born here.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Then what the hell
He
made him move all the way up here?
long story of
I
his
know.
life
Yeah.
in Chesapeake, Pennsylvania.
Oh, Chesapeake. Okay. That's a nice area over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where he
Uh,
lives.
okay.
So
Well,
how
good.
far is that from you?
Um, I'm not really sure actually. Let's see.
Uh,
Not 100% sure. I've heard of it, but I just haven't been anywhere near there. So let's see here. It is about Chesapeake. Uh, Wick. Um, oh, it's a good trek. It's over 2.5 hours.
oh,
Yeah, about 2.5 hours away from me.
so yeah,
So,
so they went and I guess stayed a night or two in St. Augustine, and now they are here on Indian Rocks Beach,
okay.
and they'll be here for a week or so. So we typically go scalloping and do a couple dinners together, and
Okay, very good. Very
then
good. How old
they'll
is
head
he?
30 something.
Okay. Okay, that's okay.
I've
Yeah.
lost count.
Yeah. I don't blame you. I've lost count of everybody nowadays. So I'm like, wait,
Yeah,
what? How old?
right.
Oh my
So,
gosh, I have my cousin's son. He is turning 12, but he looks like a grown man. And every time I look at him, I think he's already like a teenager or almost like
yeah.
18 years old. But I forget that he's only 12 and he has a brain of a 12-year-old. Like, because the body doesn't mean anything.
Anything.
He's
Yeah.
really tall and he's very like muscular, like a football player.
Hmm.
So yeah, I have to remember how old he is sometimes when I'm talking to him. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
So,
I'm like, wait, I can't talk to him like an adult.
right. Yeah. So that'll be fun. That'll be a nice little break this coming Friday and a
Yeah, get
nice,
your mind off of things.
yeah, just back in the water, So,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Mm-hmm. Has it been hot down there?
oh, it's hot every day
It's hot every day. Yeah.
and
It was
humid.
it was hot and humid here this past week, at the start of it. But yesterday and today it's been hot and warm, but it's been in the 80s. So
Yeah.
not too bad.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Feels like
Earlier,
double, triple digits here.
yes, earlier this week it was triple digits actually. The
Yeah.
temperatures reached up to 104.
Yeah.
I was like,
So,
holy heck, holy hell.
literally.
Literally, we are in hell
Yeah.
right now.
So, yeah. And then you've had some action in your area today. I don't know how far away that all happened from where you live with Trump.
Hmm.
And I don't like politics, because I just don't like how dirty all of that is. But
Yeah,
um, and I don't believe half the stuff that comes out of anyone's mouth. But anyways,
no,
um, if you don't like someone and they're running for president, here's a thought: just don't vote for them. It's
right,
Let's not
exactly,
try to shoot him and then take out innocent bystanders in
right,
whatever's going on in your brain that's misfiring and causing you to, make
to
these
do
kind of
those things.
things.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't even know the right words for it.
Yeah,
He's,
decisions, bad decisions.
regardless, he's someone's dad.
Exactly. Someone's brother,
He's
someone's uncle,
someone's correct.
could be somebody's
And
grandfather,
this is
anybody.
what's wrong with humans today.
Hmm.
So, it's only going to get worse. So, everyone better get their shit together.
Well, I keep telling you, all these humans nowadays they're going crazy. They're going nuts.
Yeah, I don't,
Yeah.
it's just not worth it, man. Just don't
It's
vote for
not.
them.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
not worth
you don't like
lives.
them,
No.
change the channel, watch a movie, and don't vote for them.
That's it.
Simple.
Yeah, let it go.
Let it go. I
Yeah.
mean, what
I
will
mean,
be, will
there's lots
be.
of people I don't like. I don't go and going around
Well,
and
that's the
be
difference,
like, okay, let me grab a gun and take somebody out. No.
Yeah, I mean, people,
Like,
you have the right to bear arms as an American, and I do
mhm.
have a gun bolt, and we do have arms.
Mhm. Yes.
And we have some that have been controversial. The difference is mine stay in the gun vault.
Yeah.
I have no desire to hurt anybody ever,
Mhm.
especially to that magnitude. I just can't even imagine doing that to someone. I don't
Right.
know. It's just, you definitely have a screw loose if you're making that choice.
Yeah.
So it's not take guns away from sane people. It's you got to figure out a screening process for those who aren't. Or he
Correct.
got himself so worked up. I don't know. I don't know anything about the guy. I don't know.
I don't know the entire story. I didn't get a
I don't
chance
know
to read
either.
the whole
My
thing yet, but eventually I'll get there. But yeah,
my
you're right, and I agree. Like, you have the right to hold arms, but at the same time, that doesn't mean that you just use them upon anybody,
No, correct.
that walks around, or because you get a click in your head and then you just decide to do whatever you
Yeah.
want and take out innocent lives.
Yeah.
That's just not right.
You
It's
know,
not right.
and everyone online is, oh, the Secret Service failed him and stuff. Well, again, you don't know the whole story.
No, you don't know what was going on,
No,
so
you don't know the whole story, so stop pretending like you were there and you know the
right,
story. Good
right.
God, and that you witnessed it with your eyes. You didn't see
Uh, well,
squat.
everybody does that. All of them.
I
If you
know,
notice,
and everyone
everybody.
online jumps on the bandwagon. It's like,
Oh,
can
of
you just be
course.
a little original and just not do that, And, you know, it
Social
just
media
stop.
again. Social media again.
Well, yeah, people,
Hey, wow, people who do, yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
who use it the way
Who
that they
use
use
it.
it. I mean, it's sad. No one should be shooting anybody.
It
Again, if you
is.
don't like them, turn the channel or, don't vote for them and move
Right.
along with your bad self. But,
Yeah.
you
Well,
don't
no, you're
go,
right. It's different if you're using it as a to save yourself or something from whatever's happening, but um self-defense, but not like
no,
just to use it, just to use it.
no,
That's not, I don't condone that at all.
no. And I, my son was sending me stuff about it. I'm like, well, do they know? Have they released the name yet? And this was a few hours ago or so. And he's like, no,
Hmm.
not yet. He's like, but the FBI, man, they have instant facial recognition software and instant fingerprinting software. So any minute now, and it wasn't too long after it happened, he's like,
Oh
they will
yeah,
be on his family's doorstep and
they
going in
do.
and looking around. So,
Yeah.
um, they got to do their thing and they will do it. And, people criticize and whatnot, but let's go back to everything that's happened to the U.S. You
Right.
have Pearl Harbor, you have the Twin Towers,
Yeah.
Oklahoma City bombing. So just
Hmm.
pipe down.
Exactly.
And that whole mentality of where there's a will, there's a way. This is proof of that. So, good or bad
Yeah.
and everything in between. So,
Yeah, absolutely. It is. Yeah.
you know. So I asked the question this week, ladies, have you posted something online and men treat it like it's a possible hookup and message you? And how did you handle it? For some reason, if you post something sometimes asking a
Hmm.
question, men seem to treat it like it's a hookup, a possible hookup, or Tinder or something,
Yes.
and send you a message like they're going to be the answer to your question or your
The answer
comment.
to your prayers.
You're right.
Yeah.
So, this happens to me some. I know it's happened to you some.
Yes.
Am I saying it happens all the time? No, but it happens from the same few people a few times a year. Well, probably more than that. That it's just I really wonder what goes through their mind. Oh, she's going to want to hear from me. No, no, she's not.
Right.
Please don't respond.
Sometimes I wonder that too. I wonder when they're typing it out or getting ready to send it to you, like, uh, are they validated? Like, yes, she's gonna respond this time. Like, what are they waiting for?
What do they think is going to happen?
Yeah, if you've already told them prior to, or you're trying to be nice and trying not to, you know,
Try not to burn bridges of people I know, but by the same
correct.
token, I have recently hit the block button.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Sometimes you have to. That's what it's there for, and I'm glad that
Yeah,
it's there, to be honest
right.
with you.
Oh yeah,
I've I've actually had random people message me, like totally random
I've
people.
had that too. Yes.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then
and I
and then sometimes their profile doesn't even match how they're speaking to me. And I'm like, "Are
yeah,
you sure this is you?"
right. Well, now I'm a curious person, and I'm always wanting to know what people are thinking and stuff. It's like, so once he figures out I blocked him, wonder what
What
he's
is he
gonna
gonna
think
think?
or do, or what
I
he's gonna
don't know.
try.
I
Does he
don't
have a
know.
weird Facebook account? Send me some
Maybe.
weird Facebook
Right,
request
from a
friend.
different
Yeah.
account. Yes, yes. From
So,
some kind of made up account.
yeah.
People do have more than one
Yeah.
account.
Oh, yeah.
Generally, yeah, some people have a lot.
I have one for
So,
my dogs, just so
yeah,
the person who bred Axel can follow his life.
yeah.
And ironically, my purpose of doing that was just so she could be on his page and she can follow his life there. Well, now she's on both pages, mine and his, so she follows
Okay.
it in both places, but which is fine, but that really wasn't what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
And so I created the page because she texts on his birthday every year.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
She
Very
texts
good.
us and she's like, "Happy birthday, Axel, from your brother Rock." She has one of his
Oh.
siblings and sends a
Oh.
picture of Rock, and then I in return send a picture of Axel for that
Sure,
year,
of course. Yeah.
And she's like, "I'm so grateful you got him from that guy,"
Mhm.
and all of that. But it was really nice to get to know her in the sense that I have seen videos online of Axel when he was a puppy, itty bitty.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Tiny.
She's like, he has the
Yeah.
purple
Well,
collar on.
see,
I'm like,
you see, sometimes there's a purpose for these things,
yeah,
and
sometimes. But
sometimes it's
I'm
not.
not meeting you for tea.
No, are you sure? No.
I'm pretty sure. It's one thing for friends and we're on the same page and I feel comfortable talking to you and stuff.
Yeah,
Male or female, I will meet people for food and drinks, but when
sure.
you're like hitting on me and you're very out there and just kind of gross, I just.
Yeah, well, it's not becoming. That's for
It
sure.
really isn't. So
No,
that's why I really wonder what goes through their minds. I just,
nothing. Nothing goes through their minds. That's what it
it's
is. They're just
completely empty,
empty. They're just like, I'm just gonna
void
try. Yes, I'm just
of
gonna
any.
try, shoot this message out and see what happens in the world. And
Yeah,
that's exactly what it is. And
yeah.
sometimes I will play along. I'm not gonna lie. I will play along
It's kind of
sometimes.
entertaining if you do, right? I mean,
It
I
is.
have not because just sometimes, well, they're pretty. Some of mine are gross from the get go.
Oh, yeah, no, mine are not. Mine usually start off kind of slow and then they kind of get into it. And then you kind of realize, okay, well, this is like a scammer or this is somebody trying to just, contact me or whatever. So it's crazy.
I have a question.
Yes. What's the question?
So you said it starts off kind of slow and stuff. What does that mean exactly, and how far do you let it go?
So, it'll start off, hi, how are you? I saw you were friends with blah, blah, blah sometimes. And then I'll be like, okay, yes, Um, and then we just kind of go from there, just have a normal conversation. This is how it starts off, like a normal conversation. Um, when it's somebody that I know, who's friends of somebody who I already know. Um, and then I just let it continue. And then after that, like once it starts getting to that point where it's starting to get gross, where they start asking me about like, or trying to hit on me, like asking me, you know, crazy questions or whatever, I'll be like, no, no, thank you. And then I'll stop it. And then I'll block
Yeah.
them.
So the
Yeah.
one guy that I know that hits on me here and there, his stepson and my son know each other. They're friends. They were
Mhm.
good friends actually in high school, and my son would go up there all the time. So
Mhm.
I always just try to be civil and try to keep kids out of everything. So
Yeah.
um, when you tell him no, it's like, well, you were being so nice to me. It's like, I'm telling you no. I haven't told you to take your head and shove it up your ass. There's a difference
Right,
between
and that's
no.
the problem sometimes.
Yeah,
It's when you are nice to them like that, they think they have the doors open.
yeah. And the
Now it's
door's
like,
not
okay,
open.
I'm gonna walk in. So
So,
then they're like, well, you were, and then after you're like, no, I don't want to do it, then they start getting irate with you or start getting mad with you.
yeah,
Like, well, you're the one that contacted me. I'm just telling you how it is. So
yeah.
you like it, you like it. You don't like
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
find somebody else.
yes, yeah. And so he stopped and he left me alone because I said, I don't even remember what I said, but I apparently wasn't being nice. So,
Yeah,
according to him,
well,
whatever, I don't care.
whatever nice
So,
is to him.
one day he walked into my work as a new patient.
Oh
And I
gosh.
saw him from a distance. This is during COVID because everyone had masks. And I
Mhm.
went the other way. And the young girl that was going to register him, I said, no, you can't send her out there. He will chew her up and spit her out.
Mhm.
So one of my other coworkers went.
Mhm.
I mean, from the information desk on, it's like, I want to F you. I don't care that you're married. Oh yeah, no, he's gross. He's an absolute piece of shit.
Oh my God,
And
that far.
oh yeah, no,
Jeez.
like grabbing their hands and stuff. So he goes into my coworker's cubicle and he closes her door. Now I want you to know she's approaching 70, but he doesn't care.
Oh no, he doesn't care.
And he's married, by the way.
That's the next question that I
Okay,
was actually going
so
to ask you.
he says, and he tells people he's married to keep her in the country. Okay, and I know she was engaged multiple times before, and then the guy disappeared. I don't, there might be some truth to it. Well, we'll get to that in a minute. So
Mhm.
he's closing her door, and he's like, "Then take off your mask. I want to see your face." And I'm like, I had gone the opposite direction. I didn't want him to know where I worked, or I would have never
Right.
ever heard the end of it.
Right.
I mean, and she's laughing and giggling like some high school girl, like it's a joke. And I finally, when he left, I was like, do you understand how messed up that guy is? Like, it's
Mhm.
not funny. And management, is like he comes in, talks like that again. He's being escorted out and he's done. He's not allowed on the property again. Um,
Mhm.
but management was concerned at her response to him because she was like, oh, one of those silly girly laughs.
Giggly girl. Yeah.
Yeah, and not using her brain.
Yeah. And telling him
You
to
know,
stop.
I mean, closed her cubicle door. You don't know. I would have gotten up and don't
No.
touch my fucking door.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
We're going to leave this
pulling
open, thank
her
you.
her mask down and telling her to take it down.
He was doing that,
Yeah, oh
touching her?
yeah, and she allowed it, and she's
Well, yeah, she
laughing.
shouldn't have.
So, I've never said I witnessed that or saw that because I, again, don't want him to know where I work. So, someone that I'm a friend with messaged me a while back, and I know her from the boutique, and she's a lot to take.
Mhm.
She's a lot to take, but she's, you know, honest.
She
Yeah.
speaks her mind.
Uh, I don't have the conversation anymore. I thought I had saved it. Anyways, she's just like, you're friends with this guy. I said, well, on Facebook, I don't talk to him or anything. I avoid him at all
Right.
costs. And I said, my son knows his stepson. They were good friends in high school.
Mhm.
And she's like, he's the biggest piece of shit. Him and his wife. They are married, and he was paid $10,000 to marry her to keep her in the country. And on and
Oh,
on. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, she knew stuff. And I was just like, well, again, my Facebook's not my real life.
right.
And I'm friends with a lot of people from the program because our kids spent so many hours together every week.
Mhm.
So
Well, and you have to know who your kids are around too. So
yeah,
yeah, you would
so,
be.
I mean, they graduated in 2014,
Mhm.
so I didn't unfriend anybody. I just left everyone there, and you're going to see pictures of my grandbabies, and you're going to see some occasional stuff, and, I don't talk to him or the
Mhm.
wife. I
Mhm.
never really liked her. She was always trying to sell something, but
Where's she from?
she's Spanish. I don't know where she's from
Oh,
exactly.
okay.
But his son died right before the holidays.
The
And
stepson?
no, his biological son, who doesn't live here, died before the holidays. He got really sick and never recovered. And so I just saw his name. I saved the conversation just so I have ammo.
Right.
Anyways,
Yes, of course.
um, hmm. Even though I blocked him, I just saw his name on this list. And he's like, oh, hi, how have you been? Anything new in your world? It's been real tough since Trent's passing on Christmas. He died like right around Christmas time. I never imagined how hard it would be losing a child. I thought I knew when other people had it happen to them, but I really didn't. I said, I'm
Mhm.
sure it has been. I am sorry for your loss. I said, you never know until you've walked in had to deal with it yourself.
Sure.
I have to go. We have a big meeting at work. Take care. And that was the end of it. Then he messaged me on my birthday, happy birthday with a cake. So he saw my birthday, it was my birthday.
Right.
Online, that was my birthday. And he's, then trying to message me again. And I never responded,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know.
Sometimes that's what I do. I just either block them or then I just stop responding.
Well, he's such an ass that one time I didn't respond for a few days. He was, now you're just being rude. I know
Yeah.
you know I messaged you, and I was like, you know what? Comments like that piss me off and make me respond and say something. Then you say I'm not being nice. And honestly, I just don't want to deal with your ass. I don't owe you any explanations. I don't owe you
No, I don't
shit.
have to
I'm not
respond to
married to
you.
you. I don't have to respond to you. I don't ever have to
Right.
communicate with you. So finally, I got tired of his shit and I just blocked him. Now, again, he's only reached out a couple times a year, but ugh,
Yeah.
done.
No.
If you're
No.
a piece of crap and you're going to talk to me like that and you're going to hit on me and then you're mad when I won't meet you, you need your fucking head examined.
Exactly. That's it. You're out of my
So
life.
I
Don't
was
need to deal with it.
curious on how many people that this happens to, and I know that the odds are pretty high.
Yeah.
I know that, but I was curious what other women did. Did they engage in the
Sure.
back and forth and fight with them? You know? So some girl wrote literally all the time. The other day I went to this site exclusively for women, and only people sending friend requests were men. I was like, seriously, fuck off. We are not that desperate. Well, any site that you go to for women, you're going to find men, I think.
Any site anywhere
Anywhere
nowadays, you're going to
yeah,
find men.
you
You're going to
know.
find men and women, and then you're going to find women who are
And
acting like men and men who are pretending to be women.
yeah, and if you are going to these sites, are you not kind of desperate? I mean, I'm not
Yeah.
trying to be mean, but like, I know if I just, it doesn't appeal to me. I just wouldn't do it.
Going to the sites. Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, I did it way back about for the dating sites and things like that. And then once I figured out what they were and I didn't want to deal with it anymore, then I got myself off of it.
so
I would never do that again because it's like you said, it's like you're almost looking for that,
yeah,
you
well,
know, and
she said
or you're lonely.
exclusively for women. So it's like for
So what does
friendship,
that
or what
mean
are you
though?
looking for? Yeah, I don't
Right.
know.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah,
So
I don't
I
know.
just thought it was kind of interesting. And I didn't know what it meant, and I didn't know what she was looking for exactly. So
Mhm. Mhm.
um, yeah, I don't know.
I've had women actually hit on me on sometimes
Have you?
too. I have, yes. I have, and they're like, "Oh, well, I don't live too far, blah blah blah." And um I of course I don't cross that fence, but I stay on my own side of the fence. But I actually the women are not as bad as the men are. The men are worse.
I would imagine.
Yeah, the women sometimes when you stop talking to them or you don't have anything else to say, they stop. Like they don't continue and they don't badger you.
Yeah.
They don't come back and are like, "Oh, well, why aren't you answering me?
Why are you being so mean?
Why are you mean?" Yeah, well, I don't have to answer you. You're the one that
I mean,
included yourself into my messenger. I don't have to answer you.
yeah. And,
Right.
and they say things like, don't you need a friend? I'm like, actually, no, I don't.
Yes, they do. I've encountered that too a lot.
That's going to be a
Aren't you
no-go.
lonely?
Yeah,
Aren't you
well,
lonely? No,
don't you need
not
a friend,
lonely.
someone to talk to? I'm like, no,
No, I have lots of them.
I've
Thank
got
you.
people. I'm
Yeah,
not, I have no vacancies at this time, but thank you for your
exactly. Yeah.
inquiry.
I'm gonna have to deny your application at
Yeah,
this time.
the list is full.
Exactly. Yeah.
But the audacity to act like,
They do. Some men are just like that. I
you
had
know,
some men who pretended they were opposite of what their picture is. And I can tell from the way they write, from their language of how they're writing. Some of them were from overseas, and I can tell like some of them were Indian. They were from India. And let me see, there was another one. Oh, Nigerian. Those are big people that like to scam people or
yeah.
like to try to find women to take care of them, basically, like sugar mama or something. So, yeah, I've had a couple like that, but uh, some of those when I know like right away, I just block them. I don't even bother.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't even bother. And
So,
then some of them are really like shameless in their game, so they will continue to reach out to you, but they will create a different profile or reach out to you in some kind of different way, but they're the same exact person.
yeah.
Yeah, and then when you call them out on it, they try not
Well, it's like that
to.
guy on Reddit when he
Yes.
messaged me and he wouldn't stop.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Can I talk sexy to you?" I was like, "No, you can't." You know, who the hell says that? And then he's like, "Well, you better apologize or I'm going to keep bothering you." And I was like,
No, you better apologize. You're the
and
one
I'm
that
like,
infiltrated on my conversation.
yeah. So I said something back, and then Reddit said I was harassing. I said, "Really? You see the conversation?"
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So I blocked him just because
Can
I
I
didn't want
talk
to deal with
sexy
it.
to you?
Yeah, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. Talk
Oh
sexy to
my
me.
God. And
Stupid
bes-
child.
beside the fact, what are you going to get out of that? Get out of here. Get out of here.
Well, that was happening that one night we were online.
It
So,
was, yes.
yeah.
Well, that was
So
hilarious though, but and
I just wanted to
not
reach
at the
through the
end.
phone and punch him in the face. I really did. I
Yeah.
was like,
In the beginning it was comical, but then at towards the end, then he started getting a little
belligerent.
rude and
Yeah.
belligerent. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Someone else wrote ignore and blocked it. Well, I did.
Yes.
Uh, any anonymous questions, answer platform, there's always going to be icky in there. Well, yes, there's always going to be icky in there. I would imagine, you're talking probably thousands of people. You're going to have odds of a few. But
Mhm.
I think social media has made it easy for the ickiness to show its face more. That's all.
It is. That's exactly right. I actually
Yeah.
had a guy on Facebook try to friend me, and I'm actually friends with his son, which could be his son is young, which could be my son, and I know
Mm-hmm.
he's married and I know he has other kids and stuff. Why are you sending me a friend request? What are you going to accomplish from that? You want to talk icky to me?
You don't want to
Yeah,
talk
get out
sexy
of
to
here.
you?
You want to talk sexy to me? Yeah, get out of here.
Yeah. I hear
Some
you.
women like that though. Some
Well, they're
women
playing the
enjoy that.
odds. There's some women who want that attention and are going to
Mm-hmm.
jump right on it, and those men are hoping you're it. When they send you that
Yes,
message, they're hoping you are it. You're the
they
one. They're
do.
playing the odds.
Yep.
So, someone wrote, I posted a picture of me with my banjo, and a guy I stopped speaking to because he touched me inappropriately decided to reach out and apologize and talk about how he didn't realize how complex I am. I suppose because of the music, I don't know if I answered the prompt, but it sparked a memory. So,
Well, not a good one, that's for sure.
no, not a good one. And I'm sorry he did that. And it's a lot of nerve to reach out after something like that.
Well, yeah, and then if you think about it, the way he said it to her, it's like he's blaming her, how complex she is. No, jerk off, it's what you did
Yeah.
that was complex and
I'm
rude and
still me. You just
ignorant.
didn't know I played this instrument. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
still me. It's
exactly.
nothing to do with
Exactly.
complexity.
No.
But it's interesting to think that he apologized because he saw it and something obviously was eating away in his brain. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
the whole time, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Someone just wrote ignore. Well, I do,
Yes.
you know. I'm 16 and I asked a sex question, and like 2 to 3 men messaged me asking me to smash. I don't know what that means. Do you know what that means?
To smash?
Yeah.
Yes.
What does it mean?
Talk sexy in a different way. Body language. Yeah, they asked her to
Smash?
smash. Yeah, they wanted to hook up with her, to sleep with her.
Okay, well, that's different than talking sexy.
Yeah. No, that's what I said, body language
Yeah,
way.
body language. Gotcha. I think
Yeah.
one of them was an adult, even though I made it clear that I was 16. I've just ignored them so far. So then I responded to her. I
Mhm.
just said, if you have questions about anything sexual,
Yeah.
you need to go to a mom or a relative, female relative. Do not.
Absolutely.
You posting it online to any platform is like you're looking for that attention from the wrong person.
Well, you are, and that's what you're gonna get.
And I know she's 16, she's young, but she's got to be smarter than that. You got to have common sense.
Mhm. Well, yeah, I know she wanted to post it maybe because she enjoyed it and she liked it, but that's gonna send out a response to everybody else who's looking at that.
Correct. Correct.
And it's not always positive.
And I engaged with her about it, telling her, you can't do that. And let me see if I can find the thread. Because
Mhm.
she responded. I was like, why would you? Um, I mean, she's just asking for it.
Of course.
Um,
I mean, she's asking for those people to come in and respond. I'm sure she's not gonna think that she was just gonna get all these plain people saying, "Oh, you look so nice. Oh, you look this. Oh, you look that." No. I mean, there still will be those people, but at the same time, like you're gonna get those crazy
so
guys that are gonna smash
I
or want to
replied
smash you.
I replied to her. Also, I said, I am a parent of a boy and a girl. If you were my child, I'd want you to come to me to ask the question, not post it on any kind of platform as to most likely you're opening a door for these guys.
Exactly.
She said, I know. I've tried to bring the question to my mom, but she didn't have any experience in it, so she didn't have an answer for me, and she's the only woman I know that I can ask. I said, no aunts, no close friends. I only have 2 aunts, and I'm not close to either one of them, and I barely see them. The only friend who I can talk to about this isn't experienced in it either. So I
That's tough
I
for
said
her.
I do not post. Oh, wait a second. I lost the thread. Where'd it go? Oh, here we go. Yeah, it's a tough situation. She doesn't really have anybody and experienced in it, so I don't know what in it was. She didn't divulge any specifics,
Mhm.
and I wasn't gonna pry. Again, it's you want to tell me. If you don't, don't. You know.
Right. Well, and obviously it's leading to something obviously not appropriate for her age.
Yeah.
So therefore that's why she got those kinds of responses.
Yeah.
So, you know, what I would say to her is just try to find a confidant somewhere. Don't, I know it's difficult if you don't have anybody around, but I'm sure there are counselors or somebody that is willing to listen.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
maybe ask them.
Maybe. I tell them I'm a lesbian to bite off their dick and swallow. Then I report and block them. Then Reddit tells me to stop being mean.
That reminds me of what we used to do when I was in my 20s and we used to go out to the club, right?
Yeah.
So I would be with my cousins and everything, and all these guys would come up and try to dance with you, all provocative, and try to hit on you because they wanted something or they wanted to take you home that night or whatever. So then I would tell them I was a lesbian.
Did you really?
Did, and some of them would be turned off, but then some of them would
Would
be
like
like,
it.
"Oh, okay.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Okay." And then I'd be like, "Oh shit, this isn't working anymore."
Right. Especially nowadays, you can't say that. Doesn't matter.
No, no, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
So someone wrote, I think the term for this is slipping in your DMs. I will chat with anyone until they start getting openly flirtatious. It gets on my nerves. Then I'll either end the conversation or ghost them and block
Mm-hmm.
them. The
Yeah.
audacity of people privately messaging just to try to randomly hook up is gross. Well, it is.
Yeah,
It
it
is.
is.
And the arrogance behind it. Because that one guy, he's like, I know you think I'm good looking. If you asked me, I'd tell you you weren't. But whatever.
Right.
You
Well,
know,
and
give me a
that's the
break.
thing. And then they send you pictures of their body part, and I'm like,
Well, he
listen.
never did that, thank God. But
Yeah, no, I've gotten a few of those, and they're like, "Oh, this you've been looking for this your whole
my
life."
whole
Have I?
life, yeah, yeah, I
Have
know, I
I?
know. I had one guy send me a picture of his body parts, and he went to Largo. I don't remember his name. I blocked. It's been a long time, and I don't remember what I said to him, but it was not nice because he blocked me within seconds.
Oh, damn.
Because I can be a real bitch. If you
Yeah.
push my buttons, you're gonna find out.
Well, it's inappropriate. I don't know you. Why are
Yeah.
you sending me that picture? It's different like if
Well,
I'm your
he went to
wife or
Largo. No, he went to Largo High. He
yeah.
went to Largo High, and
Yeah,
he
but
was older
still
than
you don't
us.
you
But
don't know him like that.
no,
Like,
well, no, but
yeah.
he still thought enough of himself apparently. I'm like,
Well,
first of all, you got that online,
yes, exactly. 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 And if
you
I
know,
Googled it and put it in Google Pictures, I will find it.
right? So it said ignore and block. Men are dangerous, and if we give them an inch, they'll always take it, and that's a true story.
That is very true. Yep. Yep.
Sorry, men, just from experiences.
Yes.
If you don't want us to talk like this, then give us better experiences.
Exactly. Yeah. Be men.
Be classy.
Be classy men. Yes.
Yes,
Exactly.
I've posted ads for my cleaning company and I get the most disgusting messages on my website, about 6 or 7 a week. These are people who haven't been fully trained to be out in public, so they troll women any chance they get.
Yeah, I bet.
Fully trained to be out in public. I like that.
Yes, I like that too. I like that. I might use it.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
You're not fully trained to be out in public.
No, no.
Posting selfies makes dudes think it's an invite. Tell them to fuck off or give them your number, your call.
Yeah, yeah.
So we have someone we know that's mutual
Mhm.
that posts selfies of herself, and she uses a lot of filters to the point that we've talked about this, that some of
Yes.
her features just kind of disappear and fade
Disappear.
away.
Mhm.
And you want to play the game, where is your nose?
Where are your eyebrows? What
Yeah,
happened to them?
yeah, where'd they go?
Yeah.
But the
Is
bigger
everything
question is,
okay?
where is your nose? Because
Yes.
that's a pretty decent feature to just vanish
Wipe out.
completely.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. Of course.
And in 15, 20 years or 30 years, when you're deceased, whatever happens, and your kid's going, where's my mom's nose? She didn't really look like that in real life. In real life, she had a nose.
Exactly. Exactly. No, that cracks me up with all these people that have like all these filters left and right. What are you trying to prove?
you
Like you
know,
should you should already look beautiful naturally. You don't need all these filters.
well, some do.
Well, I some do, and I agree with you, and some could use them, yes.
you
But
know,
if you think that low of yourself to be constantly using filters on your pictures or profiles, it's just ridiculous.
someone wrote,
There's
yeah, I
there,
just,
there's no self-esteem there. I'm
we went to that
sorry.
phase where everyone was posting animal features on
Mhm.
themselves, noses and
Mhm.
stuff. I'm just like, your kids are going to see this and want to look at you and
Exactly.
remember you, and you're going to look like you had a
Yep.
Halloween costume all the
Yes.
time, every day.
Every day.
Usually ask them why I would possibly be interested in you. So when you do that, they then decide that they have enough arrogance to answer you back.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
I'm a good looking guy. No.
Who told you that?
Yeah. Yeah, right. Someone's lying to you. Your mirror's
Yes.
lying to you. It could be just your
Right.
mirror's lying to you. Did you wash your mirror lately? Did you wipe it down good?
Right. Did you ask it, mirror, mirror on the
Mirror on the
wall?
wall. What's a happening?
Yeah. Who's the handsomest of them all?
All right.
Oh, you, honey. Post it now.
Right. Quick.
Hurry. No.
Sorry for the men who tune in. We don't mean you necessarily.
No. No. I mean,
In
we
all
appreciate you
honesty, if
tuning
you're
in, but
sincere and you tell me happy birthday and say how are you, or you're
yes.
sincere and we're friends, we're good.
Yeah, you
If
have a
you
nice
are a
conversation.
sleazeball and we're not friends and I did not give you my cell phone number, we are not on the same page. We
No,
are not
definitely
good,
not. No.
So,
No.
you know, there's a fine line, and just because you post a quote or a meme, it is not an opportunity. It is not an invite to come through that door or try to.
No, it's not an
Um,
open invitation for
it is not
nothing.
an open invitation for anything, and it is not geared towards you specifically. I'm
Correct.
sorry. I don't know why you think it would be. It
Correct.
it is not. It is not. It is
Yes.
not.
And go find something better to do in your life instead of sitting on the phone and trying to figure out
Trolling.
who to troll
Yeah.
and who to find to message next.
You know, I
There's
like
better
sincere
things to
people and
use. Same.
sincere. I do not like being part of your trolling.
No, no, I don't think anybody does. Well, I
You
mean,
know,
some women do, but I just, or men,
yeah,
I just don't find it attractive.
no, I don't.
No, it's not an
And then it's a
attractive
trust
character.
thing. So I know you're not looking for a
Yes,
sincere relationship, which would not interest me. I'm not a one night stand kind of girl. I don't share. I don't share
correct.
much at all. So,
No, and you
you know,
shouldn't.
yeah, right? And
You shouldn't share.
so yeah, I just none of that appeals to me,
No.
you know.
No, me too. I agree. Like it's ridiculous to me nowadays how many people use it to try to smash or try to be with others for any purpose, whatever that purpose is to them.
I mean, it's just this is what's wrong. This is, it's not social media's fault,
No, it's people's fault.
you
People have
know.
brains. People have brains. When you know you're doing something wrong, why do it?
I mean, you're making a choice to send that. Social media is not, you are, and
Correct.
you are showing everyone who you really are. And when you talk
Hmm.
about class of people and what's wrong with Americans, this is one thing that's wrong with Americans or people of any race. This is
Yes.
what's wrong with people. This is
Yes.
not an open invite.
Definitely not. Not for me, not for anybody, I don't think. So, yeah. Unless you want it, unless that's what you're looking for, because there's a lot of like sugar babies and sugar daddies and sugar mamas that are looking for stuff like that. But to each his own.
I guess for the people who can shut off emotions and don't want any kind of committed or real relationship or
Yes,
someone to
yeah.
share any adventures with, whatever works for you.
Yeah.
I am not wired that way.
No,
I
some
am
people,
not wired
I'm
that
not
way.
wired that way either, but some people find it as like they're getting everything they need from that other person and they're okay with doing what they're doing. So,
They don't need anything more.
no, they don't need. Nope.
Just doesn't appeal to me.
It's
Just doesn't it?
gross. It's
I
just
just
gross.
it just doesn't appeal to me, you know.
Yeah, it's just
Um so on YouTube I got a few let me see if I can find the responses.
mm-hmm.
Um Oh, no, no, no. This is for the next one. This isn't for tonight. Sorry.
Okay. No, but that's good. At least you got some YouTube comments. I like
Yeah,
that.
got
That's
4 of them
awesome.
today.
All
Yeah.
right. That's for our next episode coming up.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
be here
Yeah.
before you know it. So that was
It
pretty
will be.
much it. Pretty much like
Okay.
if you're being harassed online, you either decide you're interested in being that person for that person or you're not and you block them,
Yeah, that's it. You know,
you know.
that's it. That's your decision. And then you get the repercussions from whatever um, they answer,
Yep.
considering what you're answering. So if you want those consequences, that's up to you.
Yep. There's always a
To each his
consequence for
own.
your choice, good or bad. There's a consequence. So,
Yep, to each his
you know,
own. Yeah.
that's that.
That's
So,
that. Well,
yeah,
it
so
was that was a great topic. I actually enjoyed that topic too because I think we all have similarities when it comes to that. No matter who you are, men, women,
yeah,
younger people, older people, it doesn't matter who you are. We all have
yeah,
similarities when it comes to that. But
yeah.
thank you guys for listening. We appreciate you listening as always. If you have any comments or anything you want us to talk about, please leave them in the comments below and Char will get to them. We also do have an email and I will turn it over to you to let them know what that is.
So our email is girlfriendminute23@gmail.com. And you can find us on Spotify, Amazon, Samsung Podcast, Podcast Index, Listen Notes, Apple, Google, Pandora, TuneIn, iHeart, and Deezer. We are TikToking, we're Instagramming, we're Facebooking. We are on Patreon. We are on YouTube.
There you go. We're everywhere as usual.
We're stalking you. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes. Yes.
Our turn.
Yes. Yes. That's another episode you should think about talking about stalkers.
Oh,
Could
we
tell you
will.
all about it.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
had one in high school, so
Oh
yeah,
God. Jeez.
yeah,
Okay.
a
One of these
sincere one.
days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe I'll make it sooner than later.
Okay. Well, always a pleasure. 3
Always, my
a.m.
dear.
3 a.m., baby.
I know. We had a late
Yeah.
start tonight,
We
so
did. Yeah,
we did.
we
So
did. But we made it through. So, yep.
we
Yeah.
did, and you have a wonderful rest of your evening.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you. I certainly will, and have a good rest of your morning.
Yes, same.
If
Same.
that makes sense.
Yes. We'll talk soon.
We'll talk soon.
All
Have a
right.
good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.